Atheists. I was affiliating with atheists for a couple of years now. I do not believe in God. I don't think that I ever believed in God, but this is starting to be ridiculous. Atheism is becoming as religion, and they're getting more and more aggressive towards vegans. I was following a lot of atheist pages, and I just unfollowed all of them because I'm getting sick and tired of them making fun of vegans because they claim to be this is what people are in general. People are full of shit. Yeah, this is how you see that people are full of shit. You have a group of people that are always pointing fingers to another group of people. This is actually what other vegans are doing now. They're always, pointing fingers toward meat eaters, as in general they were meat eaters themselves, like a couple of maybe months, years, whatever. And you start to point fingers to other people and say, yeah, my truth is better than yours, and so on. Um, I passed to the stage where I was despising um, believers, people who believe in God. And I believe this is because when we are joining these groups and when we are affiliating with this kind of people, it's inevitable that you start to generate hate. You get pumped and you are saying, yeah, my truth is the best truth, and so on. It's stupid. I really hope that veganism is not going there, but from what I can see, it's on its way. So I was following this atheist Jesus, and he posted something about what he said. I had a dream that I was a vegan, I liked CrossFit, and I was a Christian. And everybody was like, yeah, is it gluten free? And blah 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 blah. And I just wrote like, hey guys, you know that there is nothing wrong to be compassionate towards animals. It's not so bad. And then a dumb bitch wrote below something like, yeah, plants have feelings too. And I really couldn't handle it. I get in these online fights with people, but I'm really tired of that. I don't need that. I just need people who understand the way that I think, and who, not that who agree with me 100%, but I don't need to educate anybody on this. Really, I don't need to go in big fights with meat eaters about meat eating and so on, because I think this is useless. I think this doesn't give the message as it should. When I'm I'm not totally for these vegan demonstrations with these signs and so on. I understand the point behind it, but I don't think it's making a good message, because you need to understand that people don't give a fuck about animals. People don't give a fuck about animals. This is how it is. They don't care. And it's because this is the way how you were brought up as a child. It's the same like religion. It's the same thing. It's something that you are brought up as a child, and it's how they you you perceive animals basically like objects. This is it. And if some vegans are watching this video, they know that it was the same for me. We have a holiday here where it's Saint George holiday or something like that, where all the people named George are celebrating. It's something like a name day, and they're sacrificing a lamb. For me, it was very stupid because I really hate these rituals. I never liked, as I said, religious rituals, and I always tried to avoid them. We had many cases like that, and for me, if you are, even when I was meat eater, when we were on this Saint George's Day here in Bulgaria, I didn't understand that. Why you need to kill a lamb? Like, couldn't we eat steaks? What's the deal? And it's again rituals. It's something primal in us that we need to somehow connect couple of actions. So we hope that somehow this will influence our reality and destiny, where in fact that's not true. Nothing happens. Yeah, it's not necessary. You don't need to kill a lamb to celebrate. Um, if you're not vegan, if you're a meat eater, think about that. Why you need rituals? You don't need the fucking rituals. It's it's pointless. It's silly. Ancient people did that. They were silly people. They're not here anymore. This is something like Joe Rogan said. Actually, it was very good sketch of his. Yes, I watched Joe Rogan. He's a pretty interesting individual, but I will not talk about him now. I just wanted to say that if you're atheist, if you're a Christian or a Muslim or whatever, you think that you got the ultimate truth, but you don't. The same goes for vegans. I see a lot of vegan channels now that they're saying, they're bringing up facts and so on, and it's very good, but people don't care. You need to, if you're searching for something else, you will find it, as I did. I just stumbled when I became a vegan. I just stumbled on a couple of videos of famous vegans, of Vegan Gains and Durian Rider, Bite Size Vegan. um these individuals who are bringing their own perspective of being vegan. Each of them is very interesting to me to watch. Different point of views, intelligent people. Not the vegan cheater. Fuck the vegan cheater. He's a little bitch. I don't like his style. I just wanted to say it. Uh, it's atheists are, I don't know. I don't affiliate anymore myself anymore with this. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in miracles. I don't believe in virgin birth. I don't believe in you know astrology. I don't believe in this shit. I don't. But I don't want to be in group with other people, because if you're in this kind of group where you have actually, there is no purpose in that. You cannot remove religion. It's impossible. It will never go away. Never. It will go to 20% from the world population, but there's still people who, when they see something that they don't understand, they just switch off. They don't need proof, they don't need evidence, they don't need research, nothing. They just need, just some silly explanation, like the guy from the sky did it and that's it. It's done. It's the same with meat eating. Like, yeah, we always did it, our ancestors did it. The most stupid argument that you could have, our ancestors did it. So what? They also did many other stupid shit. You know, some tribes were, killing people for sacrifice, killing young virgin girls or killing kids and cutting their heads off and all this kind of stuff. So should we do that now? Should we? Because they did it. So we're flying into fucking space, but we need to follow our ancestors. It's the same like here we're with my wife. Actually, she, not me. She's a member of a couple of Facebook groups about kids, and we're reading a lot of stuff there because we're interested to know how other parents think. Like, yeah, I was when I was born, they were. I didn't do that and I didn't do this, and we just end up just fine. Really? You end up just fine? All of you are sick, ill, including, me, my parents, my half of my family died from heart attacks and, strokes, diabetes, all this shit, and you're fine. It doesn't mean if you survived like till 40 or 50, it doesn't mean that you're fine. It doesn't mean that you fucked up your kids and you're unable, to educate them. You're unable to get, placing them good values. It's a pure luck how I ended up with my life. I'm very happy that the way that I ended up, because, I was lucky. Not all of my friends were that lucky as I was. I have a great job. I have beautiful wife. I have 2 healthy kids. I'm still alive through all the abuse that I did. So if somebody else did it, it doesn't mean that it's good. So for my atheist people, fuck affiliation. Fuck affiliation to this hateful agenda, I would say. Just look after yourself and don't Don't hate too much. The same goes for vegans. Don't hate so much the meat eaters. You are a meat eater. You are a meat eater. You are eating meat, and you're not better than them. You're not killing animals, yes, but there are many other stuff that you do. You could be a vegan and you still can believe in Christianity, in Jesus. So if you look up to religion, you will see how many people died because of religion. So it's the same thing. You're supporting you're against one evil, but you're supporting the other evil because religion is evil. You know, they say that it's good and it has some values and so on, but it's not. It's again separating people, and we shouldn't separate ourselves. So fuck atheists, fuck all these groups. Just try to think with your head. So for my fellow vegans, the same. Don't hate the meat eaters, and don't do these protests. I don't mean these protests when you're stopping trucks with animals and so on. I just mean when you're sitting in a table with a meat eater, don't tell him that he's eating flesh. People did that to me when I was a meat eater. That's not good. You're not getting anywhere. You're just making yourself looking bad in front of that people, and you're not giving any message. The way that you should do it is just, slowly but surely try to, make them think about it. It happened to me like a couple of times now when I was going to the doctor's office. I was thinking that I have some heart problem. So I went to the doctor's office, and she saw my blood work, and she said that, nice, for such fat guy. She didn't say fat, she said big, but they always try to sugarcoat it. For such fat guy, you have really good, blood work. And she said, "Are you on diet because you have pretty low cholesterol?" And I said, "No, I'm just following other way of eating, a different lifestyle." I didn't say immediately, no, yes, because I'm a vegan and I am better than you. No, I just said I'm just following another lifestyle. I didn't put too much attention on it. I knew that she would be curious. This is why I did it. I knew she would ask. I just put the bait in. And she asked, and I explained everything. I just didn't stop talking for 10 minutes. And she said, she relaxed back, and she was thinking about it, and she said, I always thought to go vegetarian. I don't think that I can be vegan because I'm so used to, cheese and eggs and milk, but I'm not really into meat. And my daughter is also the same, but we're a little bit afraid that veganism is a cult. And I said that, as long as you do it from your heart, as long as you just try it, you don't need to go to, vegan meetings, you don't need to go to vegan festivals, you don't need to affiliate so deeply. Just, stop eating meat. That's more than enough. Even if you do it for health reasons, even if you do it for for the selfish reasons. Most people are selfish. All of us. No, everybody at some point is selfish. So I think this is the better way to convert people to veganism. Because some people don't care. I became vegan when I saw Earthlings. I was watching a lot of vegan games, as I said. Julian Ryder, Bite Size Vegan. Who else? I think those were the most, the people that I watched the most. And I knew about this movie Earthlings from a long time. I just didn't want to watch it. I said that it's too violent. But then I said that I need to see that movie. I'm very close to becoming a vegan from what I was watching. I was actually watching it for 1 month, different videos. I saw Conspiracy and so on, but those movies didn't impress me too much. Not that I don't care for the environment, but I'm I needed a little bit more convincing. And when I saw that movie, wow. Immediately after the movie finished, actually the first 20 minutes and I was a vegan. I couldn't touch meat anymore. Not vegan, actually vegetarian. So the next 2 weeks I was a vegetarian, but I felt pretty crappy. And then I watched some video of Patrick Baboumian, who said that how it was with him, that he was a vegetarian, and later on he changed to veganism, and I just did it. The fat guy did it, and it was because I choose to do it, not because I saw some people with signs, and not because somebody told me that I'm eating flesh and so on. This I didn't care about that at all. So you need to understand that people don't care. You need to lure them in. If you say, just you need to make them interested, even for selfish reasons. You cannot expect that everybody is a good person. We are not good people. Human race is terrible. It's like a virus, and we're spreading and we're multiplying every year. So yeah, you cannot expect big results from that. You shouldn't expect that when you're going with your signs in front of people that are having dinner or something, that they will be like, yeah, look at these guys, maybe they have a good message. No, they think like, this is some fucking crazy people. It happened at my work. I work in an IT company, a huge IT company, very famous all around the globe. And I had the opinion, and I still have it, that there most of the people there are intelligent. Most of the people there are engineers. Most of the people there are really interested in technology. They're not stupid ass people who they're sporty. They do a lot of sports, and they go to theaters and so on. They read books. They're not just some stupid people. But they were discussing, there was a protest here where people were laying in plastic bags covered in blood, and that's the other thing. It always should be a naked chick. Why you need to use naked girls to show that? You think that when men are looking at these girls and they're thinking, I think Gary said that, or yeah, like exploiting women in this way, like they're not thinking about that. They're thinking about fucking the girl. This is what men are thinking. They're not thinking, yeah, animals are the same. No, they don't. It's a stupid way of saying that and showing that. So a colleague of mine started the discussion at work. I didn't say anything because I'm new at that work, and I didn't want to get in any confrontation and get kicked out, because this is what will happen. And I will not forget what one of them said. I'm not vegan because I'm not fucked up in the head. I'm not crazy. Yeah. So this is how these protests and these things work. They make people to think that vegans are crazy, and that's why now a lot of pages are joking with vegans and taking it as a joke, because we do it that way. We do it that way. We don't have the right mentality. We don't have the right approach. People don't like to be criticized. You need to learn. You need to. If you read any book about psychology and how the brain works and so on, you see that criticism is not good. People think that if you criticize somebody and he will take notes and it's a sign of intelligence, that he will listen and blah blah blah. But that's not true. Almost like nobody does that. People don't like to be criticized. But if you show them something new, if you give them the example, as I did to the doctors, I was, coming with a big smile and motivated fat guy, and they were asking me how much weight to lose, and I was, explaining for how many months and so on. And they saw my blood work, and I had a little bit high blood pressure, but that's normal. At the end of the day, I'm 25 kilos, 173 centimeters. So I went too far with that video. I just wanted to say, if you're atheist, if you're vegan, if you're a Christian, if you're Muslim, if you're whatever the fuck you are, don't think of yourself as a better person. If you believe that your truth is the real truth, it will not apply to everybody. Just try to invest energy to people that you see that there is a chance for them to understand you, and eventually become a vegan or atheist or whatever your goal is, whatever your mission is. So don't be an asshole.